Sometimes being the world's greatest supervillain isn't all it's cracked up to be.
So Despicable Me is a little bit different. It's a story told from the villain's perspective.
It is. It's the first kids movie that I've ever known that kind of centers on the villains. And it's interesting having a villain as a protagonist because it's a world that people don't see very often.
But you know, it's funny, you never hate him. It's like you can't hate him.
I shrink the moon, I grab the moon, I sit on the toilet. What?
What's even funnier is the character that you play reminds me of my ex-boyfriend. He looks exactly like
But can you hate him?
Well, yeah.
So, okay.
Can you tell me about your character and where you fit into the story?
Sure. My character, his name is Vector. Originally Victor, but he's changed it to become a villain. And I am the second best supervillain in this world of Despicable Me. And my goal is to out-villainize Steve Carell, who's the #1 villain in the world.
This is your first time as a voice actor, is that right?
Yes.
Oh, look at you, little tiny toilet for a little tiny baby. Ah!
And how was that?
It was a bit intimidating at first, but I learned to really love it. And one of the great things is, you know, you see the movie and it's like Christmas Day. All of a sudden, you're given this gift that you've been working on for 2 years, and to see what the animators did, I was just so proud.
I'm trying to remember, I can't remember what you sounded like in the movie. Can you demonstrate a little bit?
You're being manipulative.
No, I'm not. What do you mean?
I can't remember what you sound like in the movie.
No, I'm serious.
Vector! That's me, because I'm committing crimes.
I sound a bit like Jerry Lewis.
And you can't pinpoint the accents, though.
No.
You know what I'm talking about.
I do. It's like, oh, look at him walking in here. It's like a bit nasally and nerdy.
Piranha gun! Squid launcher!
When I was watching the film, I had no idea it was from the producer of Ice Age. And then one of the minions, I think he like sucked up some of the helium, and you know, he starts floating.
Mm-hmm.
And he's floating, and it keeps cutting back to that. And I was like, gosh, that reminds me of Ice Age with the little squirrel and how they keep going back to the squirrel with the acorn. I was like, that's so Ice Age. And then I read the notes and I was like, wow.
It's a funny movie. There's a lot of action. There, you know, lots of gadgets. So I think there's a little bit of something for everybody.
Knocked over!
It's so fluffy! This.